Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Tonight I'm guiding you through a new moon yin yoga practice, and we'll be working with the new moon in Aries. Aries is a fire sign that's ruled by the planet Mars, and Mars is the planet of action and initiation. So in our practice tonight, we'll be holding space for our new moon intentions to naturally arise as we move from shape to shape, from posture to posture. So we'll get started by coming into a comfortable seated position, placing your palms in your lap or on your thighs, and taking a moment to settle through the sits bones, dropping down into the earth. And from that connection to the earth, we'll take a breath and we'll rise up, lengthening along the spine, extending through the crown of our head, connecting to the sky above and the moon in her new phase, in her phase of emptiness and darkness. This is a fertile phase when we can plant the seeds of our heartfelt intentions that we can nurture and grow throughout the next lunar cycle. And these new energies are guided by the element of fire, by the inner flame that awakens our vital life force and inspires us to move forward into action. The fire that inspires us to stand up and stand our ground, and to use our vital energy to create transformation. Fire transforms. And in your mind's eye, imagine a tiny flame sparking to life, and placing that flame in the eyebrow center, deep within your mind, in the fertile ground of the mind. Feeling the warmth and light of the flame, brightening the mind. And floating your palms to your heart center. And as you move through your practice tonight, simply allowing for your new moon intention to naturally rise up into your conscious awareness. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, and we're shifting all the way over to our left hip, and we'll bring two 90-degree angles through our legs. Take a breath here and lengthen up along the spine. We're twisting our body over towards the left, bringing your fingertips down by the hip, and you can feel this movement through the solar plexus as you compress and massage through the inner organs. If this feels like a strain for your lower back, then you can simply slide your back knee a little bit closer towards the front heel. And we'll spend just a minute here bringing our attention to the center of the body, to the solar plexus, the seat of fire. unwinding back to center. And as you come back to center, you can slide that back knee out again. So you have those two 90-degree angles through your legs. Take a breath here, and we're folding forward over the left thigh. So we're compressing the abdomen onto the thigh, and we're also compressing down through the hip joint. You can bring props for your forehead if you'd like. Feeling the bones of your body dropping down and the muscles beginning to unwind and soften. And breath by breath, fully arriving in this posture. Feeling your breath expanding into every cell of your body. Awakening the intelligence of fire through every cell of your body. Taking your last few breaths. And as you come up, lean back, walk your palms behind you. And close your eyes for a moment. And then very slowly take your back knee forward. Place both feet to the ground. And let's bring a little bit of movement to our hips, rocking the hips from side to side. And then as you're ready, you can shift over to your right hip, bringing to 90-degree angles through your legs, and then lengthen up along your spine and start to twist over towards the right. Perhaps your back knee is sliding closer to the heel. So you're feeling this twist more from the abdomen rather than the lower back. And you can also bring the twist slightly up into the neck by turning your chin towards the back shoulder. Your breath widens into the solar plexus. And then unwinding back to center. As you come back to center, you can slide your back knee out a little bit more, dropping the weight down into the right hip. And folding forward from here, compressing the abdomen as you fold down. Adding props for your forehead. And feeling with each breath that the light within the cells of the body were growing brighter, as though each cell of the body were shining, glowing like a flame. Awakening new vitality, awakening new life. Finding a few more breaths. And as you come up, again, you're simply leaning back and bringing your fingertips behind the hips. Just breathing into the top of the hip and thigh. And bringing your back leg forward, feet to the ground, and rocking your knees from side to side. And we'll come back to a seated position. And from your seated position, we're taking our left shin bone in front of the right. So you can come into Sukhasana, easy sitting pose. This is a modification for fire log pose, and this might be what's best suited for your body tonight. If you'd like to move into fire log pose, it's a little bit more intense for the hips. So you can take your left shin bone, pick up your leg and flex through the foot, and then slide that bottom heel a little bit further out so that you can stack the shin bones and they're parallel on top of each other. And you can readjust your sits bones so that they're even on the ground. And you can add some support for your knee. So your knee is probably floating a little bit here, and you can slide some pillows or props under the knee so you're not feeling any strain at all on the knee joint. And you can also bring a support for your forehead as you fold forward. So you may not fold forward very far in this posture before you're feeling something through your tissues. And that's okay. Just pause where you're feeling some pull and compression through the tissue, letting the body melt and hang. And feeling a beautiful stretch across the lower back and sacrum, and around the outer hip, and even to the inner groin and thigh. Softening through the shoulders and arm lines, jaw and forehead. Letting go of contraction through the whole back body. Visualizing that small flame again at the eyebrow center. Sensing into the flame and allowing your inner gaze to rest on the flame. As though with each breath you were beginning to merge with the flame, the light of your awareness. And feeling the body beginning to completely soften into the shape. You may stay for several more breaths if you'd like, or you can begin to roll up. As you come up, let's lengthen along the spine. Slowly twisting over towards the right. You might slide your left palm to the sole of the left foot and see if you can twist a little deeper from the abdomen, from deep within the belly. And then unwinding back to center. Taking a few breaths here, you can slide away props. Let that shin bone drop down to the ground. And you might also be taking movement again through your body. You can rock your knees from side to side like windshield wipers. You can shake your legs out in front of you, just getting some blood flow back to the leg lines and noticing the opening of energy, the vital life force starting to awaken through the body. And then when you're ready, we'll take our right shin bone in front of the left. So again, this is your modification for fire log pose, especially if you have any sensitivity in your knees. And if you'd like to come into the full posture, you're picking up the right leg, flexing through the foot, and then slide that bottom leg out a little bit so that you're stacking the shin bones and you're adjusting through the sits bones. So if you look down between the legs, you have a downward pointing triangle. And I always recommend supporting the knee so there is no strain on the knee joint. And again, you can take your time to melt into this posture. You might even pause and just breathe in a seated position with the chest lifted. And then over time, beginning to round forward and melt into this posture, allowing the body to naturally pause where there's some adhesion and tension in the tissue through the lower back and hips. In your own time, you can begin to make your way up. Just pausing as you lift and feeling that beautiful extension along your spine. And twisting over to the left, you can bring the right palm to the sole of the foot and rest your left fingertips behind the hip, feeling deep, deep into the solar plexus. Feeling the light beginning to awaken and shine forward from center, outward. Sensing that energy which inspires you into action, into forward momentum, into the strength of the ram. And then we'll unwind back to center, taking a couple of breaths, gently releasing through the legs and hips. You can bring your legs forward, shake them out, moving slowly. And we'll finish up our practice with a supported back bend. So you can take a bolster, big or small. You can even roll up a blanket and use a blanket along your spine. Bringing the short edge of the bolster to the tailbone. And we'll come down onto the bolster, supporting the spine and feeling this beautiful stretch through the abdomen and up into the chest and shoulders. Relaxing your palms, making sure that your head is also supported. It's not hanging off of the prop. The base of the skull has support beneath it. And as you rest here, beginning to engage the fullness of your breath, expanding breath from the lower abdomen up into the rib cage and chest. With each exhalation, feel your chest relax back and the navel center draw back towards the spine. Inhaling to expand from the lower belly to the heart, and exhale to relax your chest, releasing all the breath through your nose. As though your breath were fanning the flame, giving life and vibrancy to the inner flame. Imagining that you were placing the flame to the eyebrow center, illuminating, awakening your mind. placing the flame at your throat center, awakening your voice. Flame at the heart center, awakening compassion. Flame at the solar plexus, awakening strength. Flame at the navel center, awakening emotional intelligence. Flame at your pelvis, awakening your capacity to stand in your power and to move forward into right action. And please stay here in this space of rest for as long as you need. Connecting to your intentions for the next lunar cycle and stating this intention to yourself 3 times. Wherever you are, bringing your palms to your heart center and taking a breath in and out. Thank you so much for practicing with me. And if you'd like to go a little bit deeper into your new moon practices, into longer yin yoga postures and longer classes, then join me this month in my home membership, and you can find out more in the links below. Namaste. For more yoga practices like these, please like this video, comment below, and share this video with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.